broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akaman. Now, let the buzz begin!
What I want and I get it.
Yeah, that's right, I said it. Wait, you gotta hum it. Because no one ever knows no one actually knows the words to the song. I don't have Siobhan here this season.
Welcome to the Bad Girls Club, Bad Girls.
What up, AfterBuzz? It's your boy DJ Jesse Janedy here in studio for Bad Girls Club Redemption Season 13, AfterBuzz TV After Show. Unfortunately, my personal all-stars, Stephanie Bauer and Siobhan Hughes, could not be with us. But so you know what I thought? I thought, you know what? Let me call some of my all-stars from Bad Girls Club and have them come in studio and give y'all some of the tea. So, y'all have seen Miss Alicia here before. Alicia, welcome back.
What's up, Jesse?
Straight from Chicago.
Straight from Chicago.
Literally?
Literally just arrived yesterday.
I'm super excited to have you here. I can't wait to hear what you have to say because you were kind of going through it while watching the show.
Yeah, that was... We'll get into it, but I'm happy to be here. I am.
Well, are you happy that you didn't make Redemption, or were you asked to go on Redemption, or because you were on Bad Girls All Star? Mm-hmm. How did that work out for you?
The All Star was just. I just really wanted to go back on TV to show like my weight loss and show all the changes.
Bitch. I want to show that I'm hot.
So that's why I did the battle. Now the Redemption, it's not my time or place to go back into that world. I've moved on completely, and I made that decision after the battle.
All right. Mm-hmm. And now let's go on to someone who... Kristen, where the hell you been? Hi. Season 5. Miss Kristen Kelly, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good. Excited to have you in studio. Give a voice to you. Now, you were on the homecoming clip of BGC Redemption.
Was I?
Or the home video clips?
I did.
No?
Maybe I was. I don't know.
Okay, but... You're watching the episode. Mm-hmm. Overall, Bad Girls Club. You haven't been on Bad Girls All Star. Why not?
That's like the $1 million question. I don't know. After my season was filmed, I was a fan favorite. I was going to get my own show. I did a sizzle reel. I went to production meetings. And then one day it was I remember the exact day. I remember everything about it. I remember what I was drinking. Because it was so just, such a letdown. And especially going from being on the Bad Girls Club, you have such a big head because you're like, oh my God, I'm so cool and everybody likes me and this camera's to, oh, wow, real world, nobody knows who the hell I am. I'm not special. And now my TV show just got canceled before it got started. So
bam.
That was pretty bad. But because of that, I may have said a few, I can only speculate, and that's the main thing, is that I don't know. It's all speculation. I have gone back and forth in my own head about it. Did I say anything? Because I did call quite a few times after that, and I was really upset. And it was, it was heartbreaking. It was I was living here, I was doing all these things for them, and then this show
So the rumors about there was something maybe legal between you and Oxygen.
No, that's completely untrue.
False.
I was never sued by Oxygen. I never sued. Oh, no, I think the rumor is I sued Oxygen. I never sued. Mochi.
Well, explain who's in the studio.
I have my 2 children here. My little boy Mochi and my little girl Yuki.
They're adorable.
Dave, do you want to show them?
Yeah. We should bring them on up. Let's
Come on.
Here we go.
So this is.
They are adorable.
Wait, can you see them at all?
Where's the camera? Right there?
Are they on camera?
No, come over here. Come over to me.
Come all on in. We're gonna get all the bad dogs and the bad bitches in the room.
This is my babies. This is Miss Yuki, and this is Mr. Mochi. And I talked a lot about Yuki on my season.
Yuki and Mochi.
Thank you.
Good job, guys.
So speculation. I did say some choice words. Maybe that was it. I don't know. It could have been because like I did some interviews. I'd gotten called from the legal department a few times about interviews that I wasn't supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so there's a lot of different things. There's also different producers, different directors. You know, the show has changed quite a bit since I was on it. So I don't really know. I mean, I wanted to be on it. Like, I wanted to be on Redemption. You know, for me, I hadn't, well, after they were like, oh, you know, we're not doing your show, then it went from that to, oh, we want you on Love Games. And then it went to, oh, you know, we don't want you on Love Games because I think they thought, which is true, that I'm not a whore. And, you know, they wanted ratings. Like, I'm not somebody that, like, I don't have sex with random people. I don't do that. That's not who I am. I do not kiss random people. You know, I can count how many people I've been with my whole life on one hand. And that is not something that most of the bad girls can say because a lot of them don't have morals. So I think that they didn't really want me on Love Games because it was like, oh, well, we don't think.
You're not going to sell yourself.
Yeah, you know, Kristen doesn't suck dick for money, and that's pretty big, you know, because
Kristen does not suck dick for money.
Kristen does not suck dick.
Well, but
I wanted to be on Redemption. So, you know, and I really do appreciate all my fans. You know, I appreciate you guys. I check my Twitter. I mean, I know I'm, you know, not that great about it, but I really do appreciate all the fans that are, you know, send me constant love because I should have been on the show too. I mean, I have notes right here that are like, woo, because I should have been on the show. So, yeah.
And let's share some of the notes that you ladies had. But before we do, we are missing someone here tonight, Miss Jonica Blue from season 12. She will be joining us in 2 weeks. She's doing Good Samaritan things. She's doing this like grade A school thing. She's challenging schools across America for kids to get better grades, and if you guys win, you get a chance to hang out with Blue. So make sure you guys check out Blue's Instagram and sign up for that with your school. And we'll see you in a couple weeks. Let's get into Bad Girls Redemption. Bad Girls don't
get into it. Let me take off my coat because I'm heated.
Take it off.
Bad girls don't cry. Well, that's a false statement right there. If you guys want to call in and talk some shit with us, it's 424-253-0504. Again, that's 424-253-0504. We're going to take some calls later on. All right. We start the show off, of course, everyone predicted it, the Natalie Nunn Show. It starts off, the big fight at the beginning, it's Natalie, everyone's accusing her of being fake and that she's not really friends with Judy and she's using Judy, and Natalie's yelling at everyone, saying all these nasty things, and then all of a sudden it seems like her and Red get into this brawl and then everyone's fighting. So,
well, I mean, that's filler. That's not, I mean, they, you know, they make up and they cut and they edit things in the very beginning. So I would not say that is a, you know, a prequel to everything that's going to happen.
Okay.
I don't know. I think it's definitely, this is a season you have to watch every single episode to really see what's going to go on.
I mean, and even just after this episode came off very much like the Judy Show.
Oh, it was completely the Judy Show. It was like nonstop Judy.
What were you girls expecting going into watching this show?
Honestly,
what did you expect?
Honestly,
coming tonight,
the very first scene I wasn't expecting. I mean, Redemption to me sounds like it was actually good. I thought the girls were going to show a different side to them, but from the very first scene, you can tell that these girls have not changed. If that's what Oxygen is showing first, why is my question. Why?
Because
what are
it's
you
ratings.
showing?
It's trashy. Like, Oxygen doesn't care about these girls changing. I mean,
well,
Judy's a certifiable alcoholic and she's on the
title
show.
be Redemption. Like, what are they redeeming? Are they redeeming themselves?
Ratings.
Are they redeeming like what they were portrayed as? Like, I just need to understand what the purpose of this show is, because I don't understand what the purpose of Bad Girls Club is, to be honest with you. I think that it's a disgrace to women.
So can I interject with, so Brandon, he was one of the producers of my season. He had said to me, because there was at one point I was like, you know, I can't take this. Like, I'm going to leave. Like, I'm better than these people. And Brandon said, you know, everyone's fighting each other and everyone's going crazy. He's like, but you have to understand that that's because there's been other seasons where people have done that. He was like, you know, we made this show because we wanted to be like party girls. Like, we didn't even want the name to be the Bad Girls Club. That was more so for like ratings. And that just shows, you know, like, they didn't start off this as being like, we want a bunch of dysfunctional, insane women to go up there and be insane. They wanted, a group of fun girls, and I think that it's not like that.
It's just the reality of it is that it's not that.
It's not that.
All.
I mean, it's not that at all. Every
like
show that's
cage
on
fight.
television right now at this moment, reality TV wise, is trash of some sort. I mean, you look at Love and Hip Hop, Bad Girls Club, like these people are using people to portray this
stigma.
Yeah, this image of
trashy young girls that want to fight, get drunk,
of what a bad bitch is supposed to be, or or whatnot.
When that's not it, people. A bad bitch is an independent woman.
Boo, INDE. Okay, so moving on from that, let's talk about the girls. We have Miss Camilla. I love Miss Camilla. She was an AfterBuzz host here. The car scene, though, I was looking like, Camilla.
That was so cheesy. But that's not her idea.
No.
She was the one who was like, hey, let me sit on top of this convertible. I mean, that was so cheesy. It was like, what? I don't know. It was too much.
But you looked bomb, looking like
she looked hot,
looking like Beyonce on the run.
Her hair looked great, and her body looked damn great. But I mean, she always looks really good. So
I actually want to touch on when she actually walked out of the bar, the restaurant, when Judy was pissing her off, or Sarah was pissing her off. Oh my God! I was like, yes, Camila walked away. That's not like Camila at all. So go ahead, girl.
So maybe we'll get some redemption from Camila.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
So she was the first in the house. The girl, I don't know why they caught you wiping your booty on the bed, though.
Oh my God, no, that was like
immature. That was immature.
Well, I don't even understand the whole thing of that. Like, what is your yeast gonna like release a smell that like the other girls would be like,
she was
no,
saying, like, I'm wiping
this is
my
taken, like a
butt.
cat or something.
Like, yeah, I think it was like peeing or on
she's
something,
like, she was scenting the bed.
Well, all right, girl. Her big thing coming into this was Sarah. Now, while Camilla was on AfterBuzz,
I dropkicked Sarah.
Yes, you did.
I
You
did.
and Sarah got into a fight?
Well, I kicked her a couple times because she like rushed me. Like, why are you rushing me?
Well, it was in the challenge.
It was so stupid. No, it was a reunion.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Yeah, you
was
did.
So
You had a lot of
stupid.
exercise that day.
Oh my gosh. Sarah's just really immature. Like, she needs to grow up. And I don't, no shade to you, Sarah. I mean, get over yourself. But like, it's just, there's a time and a place. And it's just like, these girls, when are you going to grow up and really become women? That's my question.
I think my feelings with Sarah, and I mean, I would like to say first, I've never met her. I mean, I'm sure she's a great person. But being someone who has never met her and just seen her,
and again, let's just talk this. We are commenting on an edited show.
Yeah, we're commenting on an edited show. And, coming from us especially, we understand that it's a show. They need to make ratings. They need a guideline. It's a TV show. I completely think that Sarah needs to take a look at how she's portraying herself to America. I think that the whole display of women essentially 95% naked isn't anything you need in your life. Like, I personally don't think that we need to be showing our vaginas in order to get respect. And I don't think that Sarah is a beautiful girl and she has a great heart. And I think that it's disgraceful that she thinks that she needs to look a certain way and act a certain way to get attention and to get respect, where she could very easily get respect for just being the sweet girl that she is.
Hey, you better preach on that one, girl.
Preach.
Sarah's claiming she is the baddest bad girl, and she wants to work and change and
every girl.
better herself.
Well, you know what, Sarah? You can have that title because that's not a title I want. There, you get
Once
the crown.
again, I think she sees an opportunity to make some coin, and she thinks,
I mean,
hey.
honestly, reality stars, I bet strippers make more money than we did.
Oh, actually, yeah, probably.
So if that's what her coin is, then she's a cheap coin.
Afternoon special strippers.
Not the Sunday one.
C-section.
For reality TV.
Oh.
So Camilla has a problem with Sarah because, she did this trial show called Mistresses of Atlanta.
Mistresses of Alana.
Yeah,
Wow.
and we watched it, and
Once again, I feel bad for her. I think she's a sweet girl.
yeah, and it's
Who
just
would ever be on a show called Mistresses? Oh my god.
But just the things that it
care
said,
about
it was like,
herself.
yeah, I like dating married men because it's easier. You don't have to deal with the emotional attachments. I'm like, that is like an inner thing that, like, I'm glad that there is a therapist working with some of these girls.
Yeah, but how accredited is this therapist?
Self-respect.
Well,
I'm sorry,
she's not a therapist. She's a life coach.
I don't
See, point and check.
She's a very nice lady. I love Miss
I don't
Laura.
respect any woman that is going to date a married man at all.
I don't either. And
I
that was a
really
big
don't.
thing that Leah and I are fine now. But Mochi,
Oh, good.
sorry, my dogs are running away. Leah and I are fine now, but that was like one of my main things is that I personally felt that it was disgraceful what she had done to, that relationship with that woman and her husband, but then it was like kind of like flaunting, and I felt bad for her too. Like I felt like, you can be a smart, funny, independent, strong woman and not have to like, flaunt crazy things. And I felt like that was like, it was just so tasteless, like so tacky. Like, ooh, I want to steal your man. Like, fuck, I wouldn't want anybody around. I wouldn't want my girlfriends around my husband, it's crazy. I'm not married, by the way.
That's a douchebag husband that's going to even like entertain a
disgusting.
girl. I'm sorry.
We then move on to Miss Julie, favorite over here at AfterBuzz, I must say. Miss Julie, new and improved was her title. Went into the house. Personally, I can say I feel Julie has changed. That's something that we talk about here at AfterBuzz a lot. I talked the most shit about Julie off Charsky.
Why was that? What did you not like about her? This is my first time seeing her.
Watching Julie, you just watch the manipulative game she played, how she attacked girls. I mean, it was very smart.
That's all females.
It was it was just this really strategic mind game, and it was just so bitchy. When she came in and we sat down, we talked, I asked her about, the specific things that she had done. She really sat there and said, when you're pushed up against the wall and you can't fight, and it's either you're going home or the other person's going home because the people above are saying something, what are you going to do?
See, that's the difference between my season and these new seasons, because we never had that. And that's why it was like a natural show. It wasn't,
Producer.
It wasn't like a cartoon. It wasn't it wasn't like, oh, come see the girls run around and get crazy and punch each other. It was like organic. It was, actual things. That's why I think the producers really need to take a step back and figure out what the hell they're doing with the show, or they're going to run the show into the ground.
How did you feel when filming?
Well, number one, the producers are doing their job. Okay, let's be honest. That's TV business. That's show business. That's how it goes. When you have a director, a writer, a producer on set, they're going to ask for what they want. So whether or not the producers are doing what they should be doing or not be doing, it's a TV show. So that's number one. Number two, we as cast members decided to be on that show.
Right.
Let's do a life lesson, is all about choices. Nobody is going to tell us to do something that we have to do. They're going to give us a choice. Either you do this or you may go home. So it's your choice to do it and stay. And it's also your choice to not do it and possibly go home. It's an opportunity for everyone to be whoever they want to be. I mean, I was on the show and they portrayed me as a bitch. Okay, so I took
bitch, you a bitch. Okay.
And that was fine. And they said I was fat and I did, okay, great. So I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to be the most successful bad girl there is. And I'm going to use everything that they gave me and use it as leverage to moving me up to the next step of my life. Julie, the same thing happened to her. They portrayed her as a fat girl. She lost weight. She
is a little bit big. I mean, I hate to say that, but that was like my first thought. She has a very beautiful face, and she's like, I've never met her. I'm just saying, I think that she needs to lift some weights.
Julie looks amazing. Right now.
So was she a lot bigger?
On her season.
I don't like the word big, okay? It's either you're healthy or you're unhealthy. And if you're unhealthy, then you know that you're unhealthy and you're living an unhealthy lifestyle, and it's your decision to become healthy. And when you become healthy, you lose weight. So if you're happy being unhealthy, then more power to you. If you're happy being healthy, then great, let's live it together.
Answer the question, was she healthy or unhealthy?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what Julie eats. I love Julie because she's real. So I don't really look at somebody's outer appearance and judge them. To be honest.
I do. I'm a bitch.
Well, moving from Julie to Judy, Judy is back on here. She claims she used alcohol as a defense mechanism and that now she is an alcoholist.
Okay. Well, okay, Judy, you said something that really, like, touched me. You said, and I'm getting fat. So, because she said that she's getting fat, that's like...
You're so devil's advocate right now.
Hello, like, red flag, let me help you. Because obviously, like, that was the first thing she said. She says, and I'm getting fat.
That's because alcohol.
So it's like, you realize that something in your life is changing, which means your outer appearance is changing as well. So that to me is saying, I need help. I mean, when somebody admits that they're fat, that's like a huge step. I'm sorry, but it really is. When somebody can really say, like, I'm gaining weight or I'm getting fat, that's like a cry for help. It really is. So if you're crying for help, I would love to help you. I thought it was, like, heartbreaking to watch her.
I think Judy cries for help every season.
It was really sad.
I'll answer your cries, girl. And she has beef with me. She, like, bashes me on Twitter. Girl, you're not from Chicago. Neither are you. Like, I grew up in Bolingbrook. Let's be honest. I don't care. I only claim Chicago because it's Chicago. I miss I fly. Like, come on. But she hates me for some reason. And I don't care if you hate me or not, girl. If you need help or somebody to talk to, I want to be a life coach one day.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like with Judy, I think that Judy has a great heart, and I think she's a really sweet girl. She definitely has an alcoholism problem. You know, I have a lot of alcoholism problems in my family. You know, I'm somebody that, you know, stuck by people and saw them through, and I had a lot of relationships that I had to cut because, you know, a lot of people, as Natalie was saying, you know, you need to get it together, couldn't get it together. But that's the thing, is that Judy cannot get it together because Judy is an alcoholic. Judy has a sickness. Judy is not in her right mind. Judy is not able at this point, or at the point that we're watching her, to get out of that. So Judy really does need help. And, you know, she kept saying that she feels so much anxiety. Well, I had a really bad anxiety problem, and I took medication for 2 years. And now I can go into any situation and I'm fine. But for a long time, it was, I'm nervous, get me a martini. It wasn't, I'm nervous, let me understand why I'm nervous.
And what was it like being like that on a show?
You know, I actually developed an anxiety problem after Bad Girls. When I was on Bad Girls, I was fine. And then, like how we were saying that people were saying, like, oh, you're fat and everything. When the show was over, I got so much negative feedback, and a lot of people were like, oh, you know, you're fat and you're this and you're that, and, you know, saying a lot of really hurtful things, where we all are susceptible to people saying bad things, and you being like, oh my god, am I fat? Like, oh my god, like, am I fucking want to kill myself? Like, I never want to kill myself, but, you know, you're like, oh my god, like, something's wrong with me. But you're still going to events, you're still getting paid to go to bars, and people are giving you alcohol and kissing your ass, and you're like, oh, well, people are calling me fat and I feel horrible about myself and I'm not exercising, so I'm always on the road, but I'm gonna drink this and it's gonna be great. Because you're not in your right, like, you know, mind frame. You know, Judy does do a lot of appearances, and the main thing you're doing at appearances is you're getting paid to drink. You're getting paid to be there. You're getting paid to be this wild, crazy, you know, you're getting paid to be this girl that they're seeing on TV.
They want the bad girl in person.
No, I totally disagree, because in my rider, it says I need an Herbalife beverage mix on the table. It does not ask for alcohol. And when I go, I talk to whomever it is running the show or doing the club, and I tell them, like, don't expect me to get drunk, don't expect me to stand on tables, don't expect me to, like, take off my clothes. I mean, if you still want to pay me, I'll take the money, but it's just not me.
Take off them britches.
Again, it's about choices. I can choose to go to the club and not drink. It's possible. I do it all the time, and I have a lot of fun. I'm, like, super fun sober.
But I know, but that's you know. We're just
that's what I'm saying. It's choices.
That's why you guys didn't get on Redemption.
But we're saying,
redeemed yourselves.
But what I'm saying is that, like, you can totally go to a club and not drink. You know, with Judy is an alcoholic. So Judy goes to a club, Judy has to drink.
Right. I mean, even just at home.
And she also needs to make the choice of either she wants to change or be the same person that she is.
Yeah.
But when you're in that case, it's really hard to make that decision, because it's...
And she really looks awful.
It's a way of,
like,
it's a way of life. That, like, at her point, it's somebody has to step in. It really does come down to, it's like looking at Britney Spears.
If somebody steps in, it's really up to her. She has to want that change, and nobody
Well,
can
we
want
all
it for
want
her.
it, but we all want it for her. So I mean, hopefully she can, like,
I want to coach you, girl.
Well, hopefully we're going to
Alicia
get
Samaan
Judy in
Fitness.
studio and we're going to be able to talk. We have some callers on the line. Let's take a caller right now. Caller, what is your name and where are you from?
My name's Avery. I'm from Louisville.
What up, Avery from Louisville?
Hey, Avery.
Oh my God, I love that.
How you doing?
Hi, Avery.
First
You
of all,
sound so sweet.
I just have a couple things to say
All right, Avery,
about
go
all
ahead.
these messes on this show. Okay. Well, okay. My whole thing is, like, it's All-Stars and, like, you know, of course I love all these girls. Like, I've been watching the show forever. But with the name Redemption, I definitely thought it would be, like, a bunch of different girls. Like, because I feel like all these girls have kind of just, you know, they're all popular and they all did that. I would think it'd be like the bitches who came in the show for like a day, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Morgan, or those type of people. Christine, the one they called Dolphin from season 8, stuff like that. Just to see all those ones come in and try and do it again. You know what I mean?
Well, all right, look at you just
that
pitched the
would've
show.
been-
Yeah, I
Oxygen.
like that. I like that a lot, actually. And it gives those girls, you know, a chance to be on the
Finally
show.
shine, yeah. All right, what else
Yeah,
you thinking of
it
that
would've-
episode?
I thought that would have been cool. But and then, I mean, just of the girls that we have anyway, a couple of them definitely could have. I mean, Kristen, you definitely should have been in there with Leah.
Aw, thank
everybody's
you.
been waiting to see what the hell's been up with y'all.
I
Like,
know, I
is the-
know.
Is the feud over or what?
Yeah, you know,
Huh?
it's actually strange because I haven't actually seen Leah in a while, but like we haven't seen each other and been like friendly. But we've like messaged each other and like talked to each other on the phone and we're fine. But like I was supposed to go to parties she was at and she was supposed to go to a party I was at and it didn't work out. And she's, you know, kind of like at a few different places. She's on LA all the time. So we haven't actually really like hung out. So it actually would have been super cool for us to be on the show together, considering we don't want to kill each other, but we, you know, haven't really hung out. So, I mean, that would be definitely a different dynamic. And I thought they were going to do that. I mean, I really wanted to be on the show. You know, like all my fans were like, oh, I want you on the show.
Yeah,
I
I was
wanted to
like-
be on the show. I wanted to be on
Yeah,
it.
the
so.
All-Stars and everything.
I know.
Avery, what's your Twitter handle?
And I'm probably the only. Oh.
No, go
amazing.
ahead. Say your last comment. What do you want to say?
Oh, I was just gonna say I'm probably the only one who thinks this, but also if not Kristen and Leah, I definitely would have thought maybe the Ambers would have been on there too.
Oh, Amber.
I don't know.
Amber Mead
That-
is like one of my best friends.
Yeah, bro.
We lived together for like 2 years.
Yeah,
Like
no,
I see her
they're
like
pretty
every day.
awesome too. And she was the first one to ever get jumped. I mean, people overlook that. Okay.
That bitch shed blood for this show.
guys,
She's the first blood spilled. Avery, what's your Twitter handle?
Adam A's and A's.
Alrighty, thank you for calling in. Let's take one more caller. Caller, what is your name? Where are you from? No, we ain't got no caller. Oh, we got a caller. Caller, who are you? What is your name and where are you from? Are we? What was it? We on mute or something? Guys, if you're gonna call in, you gotta be. Don't be shy.
I'm surprised my dad hasn't called.
The ladies will not bite you. All right, we have someone on the line now. Who are you, and where are you from?
Hey, it's Devin from Atlanta.
What up, Devin?
Devin.
All right, so Devin, we got Bad Girls Redemption. What are you thinking about the episode?
I mean, hey, it's first episode, so, I mean, it was a good start. I'm ready to really jump into the rest of the episodes, but of course, you gotta wait till next week. I mean, everybody's looking okay, except, you know, Judy needs the life coach the first night, of course.
Yeah.
What did you say? Julie needed what?
Judy needs the life coach the first night.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping that this Miss Laura is going to be able to get into Judy's head and hopefully somehow, you know, pull that goodness out of her. Who's your favorite girl in the house right now?
My top 3 would be Jada, Natalie, and Red. Those are my top 3.
Alrighty. Well, hopefully the 3 of them can redeem themselves. What's your Twitter handle?
At @DMike_Marks.
Awesome. Thank you for calling in. Make sure you hit us up next week. All right. Let's talk about some of these other girls. Rocky. Rocky's been on All-Star Battle. She's been a fan favorite on and off.
I don't even have notes.
All-Star Battle, Rocky's father passed away. Stepfather passed away. She came back to All-Star Battle 2, and, you know, raised hell, was amazing on the challenge, and now here we have her on Redemption. She tends to get into it a lot with a lot of the girls on the show, or different seasons. So it's going to be kind of an interesting dynamic. What did y'all thinking about Rocky's, entrance?
Well, I was on season 10 with her, and I was on All-Star Battle season 2 with her. So I've kind of seen Rocky's change over the few years, and I think what she said about wanting to find herself is probably the realest thing Rocky has ever said. Just by looking at her when she walked in and what she was wearing and, you know, how she wears her hair and things like that, I just feel like she really is lost. And I really have that feeling about all of the girls. They're lost. They're just lost souls. And I think that's what reality TV does to us, is that we're kind of like, yes, our dreams are about to come true. Yes, we're about to be like these superstars. And then we realize that we're not. Mm-hmm. And you can really get caught up into this world and self-destruct. Or you can come out on top and really change yourself and do something positive with your life and be successful. I just really hope that these girls change by the end of the season, because everything is pretty much the same as it was when they were on the actual show.
So I am already preparing for everyone to go crazy and like tweet me and Instagram me and Facebook stalk me and email me death threats for my next comment, because I know everyone loves Rocky, but I'm not here to blow smoke up anyone's ass. So I don't really know Rocky. I never met her. I've never really seen her in any of their shows. Her entrance was so trashy. Like, what was she wearing? And what bothered me even more, it wasn't the fact that she looked like a streetwalker. It was the fact that Jada girl was like, Rocky's got swag. Rocky comes in here with, pasties on her boobs and, that skimpy dress with her back revealed, and she's confident. Okay, you know what makes you confident? Going to college. You know what makes you confident? Being a real woman, being able to talk out problems, being able to not have to show your vagina in order to show people that you're worth something. Like, Rocky, I'm sure she's a fine girl, but that was sloppy. Like, that's how you're gonna enter the house? Like, first episode, like, sloppy as hell? Like, your vagina hanging out your boob. It was just, her vagina didn't hang out. That was me going overboard. But it was too much. It was like, I had heard so much about her. People like, oh, Rocky, fans, Rocky. And then to see that, I was like, this is what everyone was talking about? This? You're on national television. Pull your shit together. Like, put on a dress that your boobs aren't covered. Or your boobs are covered, sorry. It was too much for me. It was like trashy.
It's interesting.
Like, she's got swag. Like, what the fuck is her swag? Is it streetwalker swag?
It's interesting that you say that, because I thought when Judy was drunk and Red was talking to her and kind of saying, like, look at yourself. Like, look at what you're portraying right now. Like, really get into your mind. Which, Red, like, don't be clocking tea when your tea is sitting over there looking cold, girl, because you need to heat your tea up too, girl. So don't be clocking.
It's like Jabba the Hutt in a dress.
I don't understand why we're even concentrating on, like, what these girls have on. They're lost. That's the bottom line. It seriously, like, Jesse, I told you this before I came here. I had no idea I was going to feel this type of way. I want to cry. I seriously want to cry. Like,
for these girls, for the show, for the
girls,
world.
They're lost. They're just really lost, and they don't know what to do, and they don't know which direction to go in, and they don't know
they're making money.
How to change. You don't know that. They really, I don't think they are making money, because a girl that makes money doesn't need to have to go back on a show like a Bad Girls Club. Let's be honest. Okay, let's be honest.
That is very true.
Let's be honest.
I like that.
I want to talk about this.
This girl's so cute.
Camilla confronted Sarah. She put Sarah in check about the comment made about nobody wants black pussy. Now, this was said by Sarah. Sarah said to Camilla, though, I didn't say it like that. It was an edited story that, my ex-boyfriend told me, and I was just relating it to it. I mean, maybe, but you clearly on camera say like, "Ew," and who wants black vagina? Like, it's just gross. Like, I don't know, girl. Like, I would be like,
I mean, I don't want any vagina.
But you know what I mean? Like, it's just you made
you
made a statement. Own up to the statement. Like, just, you know, if that is the case. I don't know if it is or not, but I'm kind of on Camilla's side. Like,
Okay, so I don't know if she said it or not. I don't honestly care about the whole conversation. I care about the fact that Camilla was woman enough to, from the second that Sarah walked in, said, "Hey, let me take you aside. I want to talk to you about something."
Instead of wanting to fight, too.
Yes, instead of wanting to fight, and it was the second that she walked in the door. And not because the cameras were on, because she didn't want to be around this person if this person said racial comments.
Yep.
Wait, why does racism still exist, though? Like, I'm serious. Like, white cooter, black cooter, brown cooter. A man loves pussy, they gonna love pussy. I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest.
At the end of the day.
Seriously, who cares about racism? Love a person for what's in their heart.
Danny comes onto the show with her little Jessica Rabbit dress. Red makes an announcement that she's a lesbian.
More power to
Which
you,
no
bro.
one cares. Like, I could not care less that she was a lesbian. I was like, are you serious right now? Like, no one cares.
Well, we wondered
come out to the world.
on last season
Yeah.
what she was going through, because
Yeah.
it was like she like put it out there that she was trying to hook up with Jada, but then it wasn't out there that she was a lesbian, and then all the issues in her family life, it was like, well, girl, like, is there something you want to come out and say? So I guess this was...
So I didn't know that, but I mean, I just think it's so, like, the Bad Girls Club is so lesbian,
like,
gay
anyone
friendly.
could be
like, yeah, like,
even if you're straight.
my
a lot of
season there
girls
was
just hook up.
lesbian like threesomes happening in the shower. Like, I mean, I was eating pasta like in bed, but I'm just saying, like, you know, no one cared. Like, it wasn't a big deal.
Oh my god. I'm glad I wasn't on your seat.
So Danny
It was
tells
fun, though, I
Judy
missed it.
that she's a few steps ahead of her, and Judy starts crying. And from there, we keep on seeing this whole Julie and Judy. I mean, and this is the dynamic of their friendship, knowing them outside of this. Julie and Judy, I mean, Danny and Julie honestly care about Judy. I've been out to clubs with them where they're like babysitting her, and it's a lot. And so this was a really honest moment to see Danny and Julie just be like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore, because you get to a point where, you know, you girls do become somewhat close to these other girls in there. But at the end of the day, it's like, girl, like, I don't know you like that. Like, I'm not gonna. I wouldn't take care of, you know, other people like this, and I'm sitting here like watching after you, not enjoying my time. I don't know. What did you guys think of the scene? And then Judy kind of thinking that they were fake for treating her like that.
I think that Judy's not in her right mind, so I don't think anything Judy says is, you know,
accountable.
Yeah, it's like,
I just want to help her.
Yeah, she's very lost right now. She's a very like sick girl.
But
the other two, I mean, you know, that's something, they're forced to be in a house with her right now. So, I mean, real world, if she was really like that, would they just walk up out of the club and leave her? Maybe, but they can't do that. They're literally forced to be in a house with her.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to look at it that way, you know? Like, and I think that they were being real. Like, I think that they wanted to help her, but, you know.
And it was that moment when they were at that
do?
Bleecker Street bar when Julie said, Rocky, can we just switch? Can we just switch? She picked up a drink. And, you know, that's something that Julie will do. It's holding you accountable. No, we had this conversation. You said you weren't going to drink. Now you're drinking. And then Judy makes it
kudos
into...
to her.
Yeah.
I had that in my thing. Like, she's a smart girl for doing that.
And, you know, Judy goes on to say, like, it's not that big a deal. It's just a sip. And it's to get that mindset away from her. Like, no, girl, it's not okay. It's not just a sip.
Well,
it's more than that. We go on from the street bar, from the Bleecker Street bar, and we go to Club True. Judy's crying, saying everyone's fake. Red tells Judy about her problem, and as soon as she confronts her about the problem, Judy walks away and grabs a cup of liquor. It's scary, it's sad, but... And, you know, I always say, why do they put these things on TV? Because Judy is a real person. This is a real human being. This is a real soul that we are watching being put being put into a negative situation. But at the same time, we can talk about it. Mm-hmm. And we can open up a place for, you know, people who are looking at this, thinking that this is a normal way. Because I know how many people that are very similar to that. and use that as a crutch.
I can just say for myself and for all like the fans, I mean, on my season, I definitely was struggling with drinking because it's a situation where you're not used to being around all these girls. You're not used to like always going out. You know, you're constantly going to places. I was drinking so much. There was moments that I saw on my season where I was like completely blacked out. I was like, whose clothes am I wearing? Like, I don't know what I was doing. And it was so scary. It was like Body Snatchers, seeing that as yourself. And I mean, now I think the last time I went out was maybe 3 months ago. You know, I'm excited about Halloween in a month. Like, that's just where I'm at in my life. But, you know, maybe where she's at, it's different. So it's hard. It's hard to watch it because you want to like shake her and slap her and be like, stop drinking, but you can't.
So can we make like a PSA? Drugs and alcohol makes you really look stupid.
And it does make you fat. You know, when she was like,
it
oh,
does
getting
make
fat.
you fat.
When I was doing club appearances, I was like literally doing 3 appearances like a week. And I was flying everywhere. I would puke so much in bathrooms. And I would puke so much in the planes because I would go from one place to another place.
And just be drunk the whole time.
Drunk. And I remember this one time the stewardess was like, are you okay? I had this like Burberry coat like wrapped around my head, and it was like in a hot plane. I'm like, because I was like, I need to sweat out the alcohol. And then as soon as I landed, I was like, martini, because you're in that lifestyle. It's like, no, I couldn't be like, oh, can I get a salad and go to my room and wait for my appearance? It was, oh, we're taking you in a limo to go to this bar to drink and have dinner, and then we're gonna take you. You know, it's like. It's
setting
not,
you
it's
up
not
for
a good
failure.
situation. Yeah, it's setting up for failure.
And so we're going to set it up to predictions.
Boom, boom, boom.
All right. So this season, it looks like the girls are going to go to church.
And now, your AFTERBUZZ
I
TV
love church.
predictions.
Like someone might get saved. We're going to get Danny talking about a miscarriage. Which this is kind of really crazy that this is going to be talked about on television. And you guys will see why. And then imagine telling your father, like, something like... This is what I never understood, is, like, having that open conversation on national television.
Like, hey, Dad, by the way...
What did she... So she just told her father that the baby was miscarried, or...
And who it was with.
And I think also just the fact that she was pregnant.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's life, honestly. And if you're, like, young and you're watching this, if you're my age and you're watching this, whatever, just be safe, protect yourself, make the right choices. Fuck alcohol, fuck drugs, get high off life. It's the best feeling ever.
I feel like you were such a hippie right now.
I am a hippie.
This bitch is over here.
I'm a hippie.
We get Red versus Jada and Red versus Natalie. I can't wait to see what is going to get stirred up between Red and Natalie.
Natalie's 28.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, so that'll be a really interesting show.
I was in her wedding. That's the only reason I know that. I'm not like, I'm like,
Natalie Nunez.
Yeah.
I give it up for her. That's like the face of Bad Girls Club.
Yeah, no, Natalie. I mean, Natalie should have her own show.
She was the only girl I knew, and I didn't even watch a show.
Well, so they're talking about Natalie filmed Bad Boys Club, a pilot.
Do it,
so
girl.
We'll see if that's gonna get picked up or not. All right, ladies, where can your fans follow you?
Twitter, Alicia Samaan. That's ALICIA SAMAAN, and then there's an underscore in between for Instagram. Boom.
So you guys can go to my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/KristenKellyTV. You can find me on Instagram at Miss Kristen Kelly, and you can follow me on Twitter at BadGirlBlondie.
And you guys can make sure you hit me up at DJ Jesse J everywhere. And also make sure you guys hit us up on Twitter at AFTERBUZZ TV. And make sure you guys check out us out on iTunes as well. Until next week, same time, same place. Thank you, ladies.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye, bitches.
God bless.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AFTERBUZZ TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AFTERBUZZ TV.
Buzz you later, bitches.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzzTV or its owners or principals.